Okay, we're ready to go on our track. Denmark against Great Britain. Denmark's jammer, Mini Miner. And for Great Britain, that is 1-3, 5-3, Faith No More.
Both teams putting up a solid wall of defense so far. Looks like Faith No More getting a little bump to that outside, and Mini Miner gets out of the pack. First lead advantage going to Denmark.
Mini Miner was able to find a little opening on the outside there. Now back in the pack.
Mini found a mini opening. Nice little star stash from Faith No More will get the initial pass, but Mini Miner coming back into the fray, and it looks like Faith No More might have the opportunity to score. No, will not. Is getting called up for a back block penalty. So power jam going to Team Denmark. Mini Miner in full control.
Was in doubt to call off the jam right there, looking at their coach. But now finishing that scoring pass.
Team Denmark getting set up to maybe help out Mini Miner through the pack this time. Pack kind of jumbling, and Mini Miner finds room on that outside. Faith No More is released from the box. Mini Miner opting to call that one off. 12 points going to Denmark. Great Britain scoreless, but it's only the first jam.
And a nice detail about Team Denmark. They have one player from my country joining them. Wolf is a player from Groningen in the Netherlands. And as we don't really have a lot of junior players in the Netherlands, he opted to skate with Team Denmark.
Well, it's nice that the opportunity is there. Lille Lort is jamming for Team Denmark. The Great Britain jammer Ray was out first, opted not to undergo that jammer race. Gonna set it up, try it all over again.
And of course, that's what we see a lot, and you want to prevent scoring from the other team. Sometimes that results in you not scoring either.
Exactly. Sometimes 0-0 is a good enough jam. Franceman's getting amped up at the other track there. We've got Lilleskid for Denmark, Boneshaw for Great Britain. Boneshaw just sneaking past those hips of the Denmark pivot. Great Britain's pivot opting to bridge to keep her teammates in play as this pack stretches out.
Kitty there in the front was really having the jammer's number, but now able to get through.
Beautiful, and great help from the pivot from Great Britain as well. Messing up that Denmark tripod just enough to get the star free. Beautifully on the outside and on one foot. Boneshaw getting a little bump to that outside and opting to bridge back. Boneshaw still fighting their way through this pack. Denmark trying to put up a formation, but just a little twist of the hips gets Boneshaw out with a full 4-point pass. Lilleskid coming in, and I think the floor got a little in the way on that one. Brief tumble, but quick to get back in action.
Lilleskid now through on the inside, putting points on the board for Denmark, while Boneshaw is still stuck in that second scoring pass.
It looks like we've got our full contingent of blockers as the two Great Britain remaining players are released from the penalty box. So we will have a full 5-on-5 pack for jam number 4.
And this is really nice for Denmark, finally having a game where they are in the lead by points. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, but up to now their games have been really tough for them.
Yeah, they only played the game prior to the one that we just had on this track, which was USA and C. But yeah, so Denmark not getting too much of a break with their 11 skaters. Calamity for Great Britain is your lead jammer of record. Lily Lort is still trying to find room to work with. Calamity coming into that 3-wall. Denmark players tumbling over themselves, but Calamity is out with a full 4-point pass. Calamity apparently did not have enough time to jam in the last one, so gonna head out again.
Or maybe this is a resumed jam. Yes, it is a resumed jam.
Our rule set finally coming into play for us to witness. So Calamity back to the jam at hand, earning lead once again.
Well, the lead was already established. So then when they resume the game, they resume it at the same time. So there was like 1:27 left on the clock in that jam. And you just start off where the jam ended. And Minnie Miner now as jammer for Denmark with Lille Lort after that injury staying out for a little while.
Great Britain almost had a lead change. Denmark with those 4 points takes that lead back. It's gonna go back and forth in this jam, it seems. Calamity frantically calling it off. Let's see if Great Britain can manage to take the lead momentarily.
Minnie Miner at the end of that jam just leisurely skated backwards, but was able to put points on the board doing that.
Just 1 point separating these teams. It's nice to see evenly skilled teams get to play each other.
Points added, so it's
5, but
5
still not insurmountable.
And lead for Denmark, yay!
Lily Skid, your lead jammer of record. And it looks like Ray is jamming for Great Britain.
Oh, Lille Skid finds that opening on the outside, frantically brings her hands to the head and hips to call off the jam.
Yep, adding 4 more points to Denmark's total, bringing them up to 28. But Great Britain is at 22 points. We must have missed points in that last jam, perhaps.
Yes.
These jams happen so quick, it's hard to see what's going on. 5 seconds counting down. We've got Boneshaw up against Minnie Miner. Boneshaw finding room on that outside. A swing and a miss from Denmark. That'll give lead to Great Britain.
Minnie Miner now half a track behind, also finished her initial pass.
Skater starting to pick up some speed as Boneshaw comes into the fray. A lone blocker from Great Britain helping disrupt that tripod enough and gaining all 4 points, but Denmark also getting 4, an even jam.
That was a little bit of a late call because you want to prevent that other team from scoring, but hey, this time Denmark was fast enough with Minnie Miner jamming to also score those points.
Definitely the crowd noise, a little bit of a factor this weekend. Back underway, Lille Skid jamming for Denmark. Calamity once again for Great Britain.
Not Calamity.
Oh, sorry, that was Banana Split. The scoreboard deceived me. Hack at a standstill. Lille Skid opting to pull off the star. Just try and mix up these blockers just enough. Oh no, a drop of the star, but quick to pick it back up. Meanwhile, Banana Split just does a easy apex jump, because why not?
And Denmark was a little bit preoccupied with trying to do offense in that second to the last scoring pass from Banana Splits. So that was an easy pass. Now they were more alert to it. And Denmark is now not in the lead anymore. A 1-point game in favor of Great Britain.
Our first lead change of the game. I don't think we've seen too many lead changes in our games today. The seeding has been a little bit uneven, but that's what seeding's for.
And this is how we find out how the bracket hopefully gets it a little bit more evenly spread out between the teams, that you have an opponent, multiplayer block. Oh, I thought it was called on the jammer, but it's not.
And that will be number 86 for Team Great Britain, whose name I cannot. Oh, it is Carrion. Sorry, sometimes they don't put the rosters in alphanumeric order, so I don't think to look at the top, but it is Carrion. Oh, Carrion called off for a cut track penalty. Mini Meaner out on their lonesome. Hopefully can capitalize on this 30-second power jam with some help from their friends. Oh, bodies tumbling, but same team, no harm.
The whole pack rolling there, though, it makes it difficult for a jammer to really get through.
Absolutely.
Star pass to Lille Lort.
Great Britain doing an excellent job of not letting Denmark run away with points during that power jam. And with fresh legs, Carrion almost free of the pack. A nice little barrel roll on that outside. Unfortunately, we'll see the Denmark skater report to the penalty box for that one, but I bet if we were to ask, it's probably worth it.
Probably. And Lille Lord there through untouched.
Very sneaky up that inside, just hopping over the skates of 777. That is Lilleskid.
And the Lilleskid has been doing both jamming and blocking, and very successfully, I might say. I'm impressed with her blocking skills, but definitely also jammer skills.
I think Lilleskid got a penalty at the end of that jam.
And that official review is lost. There was not enough information to actually assess the high block or head block.
It can be tough as a ref because you have to see the beginning, middle, and end of the penalty to be able to call it. And with that jumble of bodies, they all kind of look like one person. It's hard to tell whose limbs are whose. The jam was on. Looked like a little confusing to begin with, but Boneshaw didn't take too long to figure out that it's time to get lead.
Yes. And it's a power start in favor of Great Britain. So the blockers waiting for the contact to start their offense move.
Yep, Denmark moving up front, getting in front of Boneshaw once again. Boneshaw, a little hop over those skates of number 05, Mini Meaner, who has just come off their penalty.
And really nice offense there from Rumblebee.
Boneshaw looking to the crowd for a little bit of moral support. Jump over that apex. Boneshaw, unfortunately, looks like a low block penalty will be assessed as they bumped into a skater, and there was a little bit of a pileup of bodies at the top of that apex, but everyone...
And on top of each other.
Yeah, but everyone looks like they're up and okay. Lille Lort puts on a little extra speed to get themselves through that pack. 4 points going to Denmark's total. 1 point game once again, but not for long as Lille Lort comes back in.
Oh, the offense was initiated from the inside, but Lille Lort took the outside, so found blockers in her way.
Rumblebee with a beautiful hit, but just taking a chunk of that speed away. Disgrace checking with the opposing jammer after a hit.
Boneshaw just backwards skating out of that pack. around the apex. Very impressive.
And that will conclude the jam. Denmark putting up 12 points in that jam, bringing them to 48, but Great Britain still just 1 point ahead.
Well, this is one of the closest games of today yet, I think.
It definitely is. I don't hear the France fans anymore. So I think the France game may be finished.
Looks like it. That was 68 for Australia against 102 for France.
And back to our game. We've got Mini Miner with the star. Looks like a tough hit on the Denmark blocker is going to send Ray to the penalty box for 30 seconds. So Mini Miner on their lonesome for 30 seconds, able to earn lead.
And the blockers from Denmark trying to give some assistance, but Great Britain resetting in front of Mini Miner, making it very difficult.
This is a beautiful example of tornado blocking. Almost a full 30 seconds for Mini Miner to get that lead advantage. We've got Ray standing in the penalty box and ready to come back into action. But Mini Miner going to call that jam to a conclusion. Maybe.
Ray just returned from the penalty box, still had to get through for the initial pass, so potentially Mini Miner could have scored some points before Ray was eligible to score points. But it's a decision that was made, and the coach was happy with it as well. So
I think it might be a good decision to conserve some of that energy, not push yourself too hard on this first day because we've still got 2 days to go.
Team timeout for Team Denmark. And I have actually not seen the Dutch players skate yet. So in the last game, there was a moment that he got injured. He went back in the game a few jams later, though, but maybe it has been a little bit too much to ask for another game. So they're actually playing with 10.
Yeah, Team Denmark was playing against Team World a couple of hours ago. Team World putting up a huge fight. Their points in the hundreds. Denmark, although they only had 9 skaters at the end, they still managed to keep scoring. I believe it was about 30 points towards the end of the jam that they had added to their total, despite being so short-benched.
Yep.
So Denmark definitely here with some fight in their system. Looks like we've got a new jammer for Team Denmark.
Medusa. It looks like a Canadian shirt.
It does look suspiciously Canadian in that Denmark pack. Silas with the star for Denmark, fighting furiously against these blockers. Great Britain moving beautifully in front. Silas opting to challenge those arm lengths, and up the middle, it works perfectly. Banana splits coming into the pack. Thought they stuck the landing on one foot. Unfortunately, too good to be true. We are going to go the full 2 minutes. Silas out with full 4 points for Denmark, just taking that lead back.
Really nice offense there from the Danish blockers to help Silas through.
And it looks like they are positioning themselves to assist once again. Silas taking a bump to that infield, playing it safe, bridging behind number 206. That was Rumblebee. Rumblebee with a beautiful knockout and bridge back. Looks like we've got banana splits off the penalty. But Denmark is ready and waiting with the formation. Not quite the formation I bet they were hoping for, but enough to slow banana splits down a half clip for them to put up another 3-wall. And a low block penalty will be assessed to banana splits. So advantage power jam going to Team Denmark as they pass the star. Our new jammer will be that's Pinball Blizzard.
We haven't seen Pinball Blizzard jamming yet.
Not yet.
And it looks like adding Medusa to the mix is quite powerful. Oh, that was not a legal star pass.
It was not a successful pass. So Silas opting to take the cover back and give it another go.
Very confused look on Pinball Blizzard's face about that moment there. Getting a penalty as well because they should have skated back because now they left the pack not as a jammer but as a blocker.
Indeed. So 5 points from Denmark, 4 from Great Britain will bring us to a tie game. I believe our first tie game of this tournament.
I have seen 12-12 a while ago as well.
So Carrion with the star for Great Britain. Mini Meaner called any cut track penalty. That'll give Carrion already give lead and scoring 4 points. That was so quick. Great Britain positioning themselves ready for Carrion to come in, opting to stay at the back with the Denmark pivot. Pack stretch to its absolute maximum. That's the biggest pack I have ever seen. One of them anyway.
And with the Mini Meaner standing in the box now released, we have 2 jammers on track, but the jam is called off.
Carrion with the wild flailing of the arms brings that jam to a conclusion, and we have just over 10 minutes left in this game. Still anybody's game.
And Denmark had another player step out. Lille Lort was just in front of us being consoled by parents, I think.
We've got Ray jamming for Great Britain up at the front of the pack, getting a little assistance from number 150, Event Horizon. Lead going to Great Britain. Looks like Kitty accidentally ran into one of her own players and takes a brief pause to make sure that her pivot is okay, which is always nice. Sometimes jammers yell at you if you get in their way, so it's nice to see them checking on their fellow blocker for a moment. Ray with a full 4-point pass. Kitty still trying to find room through this pack.
Oh, the pivot for Team Denmark also looks in pain. Oh, Kitty out, but Ray now calling off that jam.
Yeah, it looks like they were having a little bit of trouble skating and staying upright. Not fun. That could be some of the heat and the dehydration getting to the skaters. Yeah. Great Britain putting up a few points in that jam, starting to take the lead, 72-53.
Slight blocker advantage at the start of this jam for Denmark, 4 against 3.
Mini Meaner back with the star, quick to earn that lead advantage. Boneshaw gets past that last line of defense at the front of the pack. I feel we've seen this matchup a few times.
Mini Meaner coming in hot and is able to get out.
Gets past Calamity. Looks like Calamity, no, did not get a penalty for that one. So a quick hit it and clit it jam will add 4 points to Denmark's total. So Denmark bench looking a little bit shorter. Some other skaters removing themselves from play. And it's always good when, you know, players have enough mindset to know that they shouldn't be pushing themselves too hard, conserving their energy. Carrion, our next lead jammer record for Great Britain.
Lille Skid on the outside there, trying to push against that very strong and low wall of Great Britain.
And Great Britain managing to put on a solid wall on this slightly slippery floor. Carrion perseveres and gets through that pack, earning full 4 points. Lille Skid is out with the initial. Looks like Denmark setting up at the front. Medusa ready and waiting as that last line of defense, and looks like she saved her point at bat. Great Britain adding 7 to their total.
57 against 79. Denmark needs to work really hard these last 6.5 minutes to take this in their hands again. They were in the lead for quite some time. Then Great Britain pushed up a little bit. There was an even score again, but now Great Britain is taking a little more of a lead.
But this still seems to be one of the closest, evenly matched games we've had so far in these seeding games. Minnie Miner, our jammer for Denmark, fighting their way through the pack and making it look easy. Ray just stepping on that inside line, adding 4 points. Minnie Miner getting the star, free of the pack. Great Britain setting up at the back. Ray capturing 3 of those points. Denmark managing to save a point on that pass. Hey, whatever you can do to limit their scoring.
And after this game, we will have an interview with the Great Britain player. I don't know which one yet, but if you're interested, stay tuned. Don't check out right at the end of the game. There will be a short interview.
And also there'll be more derby after that too. So
still more to go.
Still more to go.
5 minutes left on the clock.
Jam is underway.
The jam is on, yeah.
Boneshaw, taking a minute to make sure it's underway.
And it's a power start in favor of Great Britain. Minnie Miner in the box.
I didn't quite see what Minnie Miner's penalty was, but nonetheless, Boneshaw out. Oh, a tap out by number 777, Lille Skid. That forces Boneshaw to recycle at the top of the apex. Minnie Miner ready to score some points off of their penalty. Number 535, Charlotte Fever, getting in front, just taking a little piece of that speed away. Boneshaw collecting all 4 points and opting to rep down momentarily. But hey, everybody's back up under their own power.
Yes. And we have 4 minutes left in this game, 57 against 90 in favor of Great Britain. Great Britain may have a little bit more possibility to switch out skaters because they have a little bit larger roster. That might come into play now in Denmark's detriment.
Absolutely. They're putting up hard fights against the teams they're playing, but your body can only do so much at a tournament, especially when there's adverse conditions like heat.
And they also don't have a lot of chances to play against others.
Exactly. Oh, a beautiful hit on banana splits. That was number 27, Bastard. Kind of living up to their name there. It was right at the end, too. It looked like she just escaped the pack, was twirling, and then that last minute hit from Bastard was enough to take her out.
Minnie Miner back as jammer against 86 Carry On.
Carrion bumping off of those Denmark blockers, but staying upright and inbounds by those toe stops, quick to earn lead advantage. Minnie Miner fighting right up the middle. And one left to beat at the top of the pack, and It'll be Carrion who edges out in front of Mini Meaner. We'll see how this plays out. Blocker is kind of slowing down, ready and waiting. Oh, a hit laid out by Denmark on the jammer.
Trying to call that off from the floor, but yeah, you get a penalty for that, so no call off possible.
No, that was Energizer with a beautiful hit, and barely a hit, but just enough to send Carrion tumbling and earn that low block penalty, I believe.
So 1 more minute in this jam, and potentially 1 more jam after that.
Mini Meaner just absorbing all of these hits from Great Britain, but a final knock to that infield. A little slow to get up, but still back up and back into the fray. Carrion now off their penalty, quickly gets around their own skaters. Denmark struggling to put together something, but hey, getting a bump to that middle will give Denmark a few extra seconds to set up a nice 3-wall. Hit to the outside. Looks like Denmark will lose Medusa to the penalty box for 30 seconds.
Both jammers really struggling now to work through that pack. The tiredness is showing.
Yeah, I see Mini Meaner looking up at that clock and seeing the seconds tick down. I think she's very happy about that.
Yeah. So 43 seconds left on the clock. We will have another jam.
Denmark at 65, Great Britain at 100.
Yeah, these last 5 to 8 minutes, Great Britain really has shown that they are sticking together a little bit better than Denmark. Denmark gets a little bit displaced with them in moments, also because of offensive play by Great Britain.
And when you're in those stressful moments too, it's tough to keep your composure and communicate with your team what you want them to do. Exactly. So our period clock has expired. This will be our last jam. Faith No More lead, and Silas still fighting the way through the pack. 4 points put up by Great Britain. Denmark still trying to get that star free of the pack. Medusa with a beautiful hit on Faith No More to that infield. Bridge.
Silas also a bit slow to get up, obviously tired.
Yes.
Oh, stretched out pack again.
Beautiful bridging by Denmark, getting the maximum pack distance available. Looks like that will bring us to the conclusion of our game. We see this beautiful replay of the hit by Medusa.
Hey, hello, here Betty Rage from the inside of the venue. I'm here with Faith No More, an amazing jammer from Great Britain, and you just won this game. Can you tell us how you feel right now?
I mean, obviously we didn't have the lead the whole way through, so it was a little bit on, skating on thin ice, I guess, and then we brought it back in the second half. I think our team gets stronger the more we play, and I'm obviously really proud of the team because we couldn't have done it if we weren't such a good unit together. So yeah, I'm really proud of the team. Tough game. Denmark are incredible, but yeah, I'm really happy we are.
We are happy too. All the young skaters are doing an amazing job here today. And was it a plan to win this game, or it was a surprise, or?
I don't think it was a surprise. I think we've had it, we've had so much good training and the coaches have been incredible, so there's no way we wouldn't have won a game in this, pooling stage at least. So, I'm really proud of the coaches as well because this game was tough to play, but I'm not surprised that we got it. I think the team are quite solid.
Obviously, they do an amazing work, and we are also proud of all the amazing skaters here. Thank you.